Yalawa loloko ge kulebo. Ye bikpe ge chele fuli jatago ge chele bumbe. Eche la yore meme. Ochomoche wa chekwe lore me. Ochomoche wa kelai women affirmation, which has already been choosing.
Liala, yalo tumo de loloko ge kulebo. Liala ora bao. La mana lo akama. Ela nge bi alo bi yobumane. Alajoku, elo dabo bola na lo hoke election mabali vote ma. Ake meme. Ege kwa ke gama, ega na lokore, ega na ojoma ya, ega wa ma lo woleni. Oto cha hawa joy Odey Offiono na lo fi go fioma.
It is often said that when two elephants fight, it's the grass that definitely suffers. And like we always say in this our show, welcome to yet again another exciting conversations around the political landscape of Nigeria and Cross River State this time in particular. And for today's conversation, focus is going to be laid on Cross River North election as it concerns the House of Representative position in the Yala Ogoja constituency. And we have two political bigwigs to battle it off as they set to convince us, the electorate, to vote and cast our trust in the candidacy that they wish to present to us. And it is not in our powers to decide who eventually emerges, but we are here to lay the facts and separate the facts from the facts, so that at the end of the day, when you hit the poll to cast your vote, you would be assured that you have the right information, you have the right details, you are not voting in based off on your convictions alone, but by facts verifiable through our means of communication today. And I have myself, Kingsley Edet, doing this with my co-host who is Peter O'Shea. And we are excited to run you through today's program. We have two exciting guests, like I mentioned earlier. And one of them is Comrade Mike Odey. Comrade Mike is a political analyst and commentator. He is one who understands the political landscape of Nigeria, and he has so far been able to do justice to conversations in our last episode. He happened to feature on a different topic, and based upon his analysis, we are happy to have him join us and speak to a particular candidate of interest who he seemed to really favor in terms of his political calculation for 2027. Ladies and gentlemen, without wasting much of our time, make me welcome Comrade Mike Odey to your Boot TV for the second time.
Thank you so much, Kingsley Edet. It's a pleasure being here again. Thank you.
The next person on our list, on our attendance, is Comrade Eba Gabriel. He is from the kingdom of Gaga, like he said. He's a content creator and a spokesman for Dr. Mrs. Stella Odey, who is also a contestant from the Ogoja Yala Federal constituency in the forthcoming 2027 election. And Comrade is here to speak in favor of Dr. Stella, who is his preferred candidate for the 2027 general election. Comrade, you are welcome.
Odey and Kingsley. Kingsley is no longer a new name to me. We have been chatting and then making a series of calls in regards to this meeting that made me to have my time here for you guys today. I'm happy and you are welcome.
You're welcome, sir. Okay. Comrade, quickly, we are going to get started, go to the meat of today's conversation, and I hand over to my co-host Peter O'Shea to take the first shot.
Thank you so much, Nobu, for that wonderful introduction. And I just hope that we are going to have a wonderful time. In the last episode, we had Comrade Mike and it was really outstanding. And we hope that we are going to have even more interesting and engaging conversation in this episode. You know, one of the things that will last long as day goes by, especially as we approach 2027, is discussion around elections, because 2027 is a year that has been slated for elections to take place in Nigeria. And so at Yobu TV, we are committed to engaging stakeholders in conversations like this. I would like to ask one question to both of you. Comrade Mike, I'll ask you first. Why is your candidate running for the office of Ogoja Yala Federal Constituency? Same question to you, Comrade Eba, but let's Comrade Mike go first.
Thank you so much. And let me also welcome my very dear uncle. I call him my uncle to the program, to this hopefully fruitful engagement. Welcome, sir. My candidate,
Thank you.
Honorable Barrister Godwin Offiono, is a household name in Cross River State politics. Yes, he contested election in 2023 to make it, according to himself, the 20 years that he contested election. And by the grace of Almighty God, he won landslide victory in that year 2023, that it was exactly 20 years that he started aspiring for elective offices by the special grace of God. So he's contesting or recontesting again, seeking re-election, because according to himself, he holds the mandate of the people of Ogojayala Federal Constituency very jealously, very dear. And of course, nobody can doubt that mandate that was given to him in 2023, that he has held it very jealously, and there's need for consolidation. There's need to build on the existing project that he has on ground. Honorable Godwin Offiono, from 2023 to this moment, has 12 construction work projects across Ogojayala Federal Constituency. He has several under intervention programs. He has solar power across several communities in Yala local government and Ogoja. He has empowered a lot of persons. So, Honorable Godwin Offiono contesting or seeking another 4 years is not just to contest like people wake up towards election year to run an election. It's a move for consolidation. It's a move to build on existing legacy. It's a move to build on the trust that the people of Ogojayala Federal Constituency has given to him. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you so much, Comrade Mike, for that wonderful an opener for you there. So same question to you, Comrade Eba. Why is your candidate running for the office?
It's a very simple answer. I don't want to take any time to begin to rig my role. The quest in any political activities or in every season of political electoral exercise, the cause or whatever that triggers a challenge on the incumbent is the unsatisfactory and, of course, administrative deficiency. Leadership and representation is not all about infrastructure. It's not all about solar lights. It's not all about whatever I can point out, like my brother and my friend just mentioned. Leadership is beyond that. Honorable Dr. Stella Odey is with a very strong and rich profile, who rises from the vice chairmanship of a council during Honorable Michael Sibe to the Commissioner for Women Affairs, from Women Affairs to the Commissioner for Local Government Affairs. And thereafter, not of recent, he had another appointment with the Federal Character Commissioner as Commissioner 1, representing Cross River State. It is based on these rich experiences that the people of Ogoja Yala local government wanted her back. The Barrister Offiono, the incumbent House of Parliamentary, of course, representing Ogoja Yala Federal constituency that he just mentioned, is my friend. My childhood friend who grew up together there when we married when in those days. There is no challenges in politics. It's never a hatred. Challenges in politics is not an envy. Challenges in politics is never a conspiracy. But whenever a challenges like this arose, you better know that the definition is very simple. There are deficiencies. A large sum of deficiency beyond 75%. If you were in the stakeholder meeting held in Ogoja 27th of May, 27th of April, 2026, when all incumbent members of the House, some assembly members, the National Assembly, the senators and others who we converge in Ogoja Local Government Congress, Council Hall. I want to use Honorable Barrister Brian Odey as an example. The Yalawan constituency, for instance, some of the aggrieved persons came up to challenge. We have Honorable Engineer Victor Odo. Yes, I think it's Victor Odo, Engineer Odo, but I don't know the other name. And then Francis Peters was among the aspirants and others who came up to challenge Honorable Brian Odey. But the stakeholders, I am one of them, who said no, it won't be so. That Brian's performance is overwhelming. And then they have a vote of confidence. The following day, Francis Peters stepped down for him and they embraced themselves. But in this case, a matter between Honorable Stella Odey and Barrister Offiono is a different thing entirely. Like I earlier mentioned, is a matter of deficiency. It is beyond 75% in his leadership, which the people of Ogoja Yala Federal constituency are not satisfied. They are not happy. They are not happy. If the people you are governing are happy, you show by their faces. Shows by their faces. That is the reason. And topmost on that point that I just made is the perfection of the errors. The perfection errors. Ogoja is one of the council or provinces in the entire federation. We don't need to be behind others. We need a pragmatic and proactive representation at the federal house. And you should admire Dr. Stella Odey in all ramifications.
Okay, to follow up with that's your question. You said Honorable Stella Odey has performed very outstandingly in the position that he has held in Cross River State. Now, my question now is, what if this becomes another Beta Edu in our case? We had Beta Edu as the primary health coordinator for Cross River State. She did
Former
very well,
health
and
development.
she was rewarded as the commissioner for health in Cross River State. She also did outstanding way with the way she
Yes.
managed COVID-19, and everybody celebrated her. After all, when she went into federal politics as a minister, we heard a different story. And until today, we can't even know her whereabouts in the political scape. So what if Honorable Stella Odey becomes another better Edu? What would be your position?
No, the comparison is wrong. The comparison is wrong. Better, the portfolio better Edu head was different from what we are talking. Dr. Stella Odey is going there to represent the Ogoja and Ogoja Yala Federal Constituency in the National Assembly. It doesn't have any role differently from projecting the image and people, the good image of Ogoja Yala Federal Constituency. What we need, in fact, that is the need assessment area of the Ogoja Yala Federal Constituency. Better Edu's own. Her failure or whatever we can say, nobody know and we cannot define it. Better Edu was, I don't know, to me, in my own view, was set up. It was a high-level conspiracy against her and the Cross River State people. So in the case of Dr. Stella Odey, Dr. Stella Odey is going to represent the Ogoja and Yala Federal constituency at the National Assembly to speak for us, to project our image and present our needs. The people of Ogoja and Yala people and Yala local government. What we need, the priority, not bringing solar light at the expense of hunger. No, they don't do things like that. You don't do things like that.
Thank you, sir.
Thank
you.
On this note, I would like to ask you, what should be the priority of Stella Odey's administration if elected?
I will not go far to get the answer for you. Humanity first. You see our slogans everywhere, humanity first.
Okay, thank you, sir. I think you should take a breather while we ask Comrade Odey for his reaction on some of the things that we have discussed so far. So, Comrade Odey, we have heard from Ms. Comrade Eba, and he claims that there are so many misrepresentation that's happening between your preferred candidate, that's Honorable Offiono. I'm asking, beyond the solar lights that he has installed in his constituency, what are the major bills that he has sponsored in the house, given that the primary objective of a house of a rep is to sponsor bills to in the favor of his people, aside just giving palliatives or charity programs when there is noise on social media?
Very good.
Okay.
Very good.
Thank you so very much. You know, when I mentioned, I did not mention that he built only or erected only solar light. That is a misrepresentation. Please, you guys should get me very clear. You guys should get me very clear to avoid misrepresentation. I say Honorable Godwin Offiono has performed very well. And he has 12 physical projects. I mean, construction, buildings, ICT centers, classroom blocks across 12 communities, across 12 communities in Ogoja Yala Federal Constituency. He has installed lights across 13 communities in Ogoja Yala Federal Constituency and many other things. Please permit me to say this and very quickly. When my uncle was talking, he talked about humanity. Humanity. You know, there's one deficiency in our politics. There's one very serious deficiency in our politics that if we don't try to address it, it will grow and it will overwhelm us. Is the issue of monetization of our polity. You know, when Senator Greg Ngagi was in power, he used to come and people call him, he give them money, if you are sick or whatever, he gives them money. And immediately he left, people begin to complain that Senator Greg Ngagi 8 years was a wasted years, that he goes to sleep in the National Assembly. Because you can hardly spot that this classroom block or that ICT center was built courtesy of Senator Greg Ngagi as a senator of the Cross River North. So now, the dynamics is changing. The dynamics is changing. Honorable Godwin Offiono has learned from the past. He has learned for the fact that people criticize when there are no physical projects. But those same people same persons that criticize Senator Greg, they forget the fact that there were the same people calling him to send their money whenever their children they are in the hospital, whenever their wives are pregnant, whenever they need money to farm, whenever they need this to do that. They forget about those things completely because money does not speak. When you put money inside somebody's account, it does not speak. So that money cannot talk for himself that he has done this or he has done that. That is the narrative we, the younger generation, we are trying to change. And that is why we are resisting the coming of Honorable Stella Odey. And let me make it abundantly clear, too, that I was in Calabar for the profile of Stella, Honorable Stella that she mentioned. I was in Calabar when Honorable Stella I was in Yala, so to say, when Honorable Stella was the vice chairman of council. I was in Calabar when she was commissioner for women affairs. I was also in Calabar when she was commissioner for local government affairs. Let me ask this question. I'm not asking for him to answer, but he can answer it when he wants to talk. Are our women better off today since when she became the commissioner for women affairs? Is our local government better off today from the time that she became commissioner for local government affairs in Cross River State? No. The answer is simply no. Let me tell you, the only time we had a fair local government, a functional local government in Cross River State was during Imoke. You are a political science student. Both of you, Nobu and Ushe, both of you are political science. Go and research on it. I challenge you guys to research on it and call me back on another show again so that we'll dig it out. Talking about what, and that is the reason why, they are complaining. I was in Honorable Godwin Offiono's office. Somebody called him. Before he could pick up the call, the person dropped the call and called his elder brother. That he was calling Honorable Godwin Offiono, he didn't pick up. And he was explaining to me that when he called the other time that he was in the chamber, they were at plenary, so he couldn't take the call. So when he called back, we were still talking. Before he could call back, the person has already called his elder brother, Jakpana, to complain that he was calling Honorable Godwin Offiono to ask him for that. He sent a message to ask for money, and Honorable Godwin Offiono has not replied that message, and he has not given him that money. It was Honorable Godwin Offiono elder brother that was complaining to Honorable, say, why has he not responded? Honorable Godwin Offiono now quickly opened his file and mentioned two places. That was barely a year when he assumed office as House of Representatives member Ogo-Jayala Federal Constituency. It was barely a year. He opened his file and quickly run through his file and spot to that man's name twice. He spot his name twice, where he has given him 250,000 naira, where they are giving him 300,000 naira. To my face, I don't want to mention the man. I don't want to mention his name. Where he has given him money 2 times in less than a year. In less than a year. Only one person. And that was just less than a year, still less than a year, that man was requesting for another one again. And those are some of the things that are causing this kind of conspiracy against Honorable Godwin Offiono, that he does not reach out to people, that is humanity first. There's no humanity. There's currently no humanity when there's when there's insecurity.
Okay.
Honorable Godwin, please, let me round up. Please, let me round up so that you carry my message home. There is no humanity when there's insufficient insecurity. Honorable Godwin Offiono is engaging stakeholders and is currently building a befitting police station, a befitting primary school, secondary school block building that our children, the future leaders, as they used to call, even though they are already grabbing the future from us, the future leader will stay and learn. The police will have a comfortable place to secure environment for them, that they will sleep with their 2 eyes closed. wake up in the morning, go to their businesses, go to school, and operate so that our generation can continue. And please, you ask of his bill, and motion that he has sponsored or that he has done in the reps. Honorable Godwin Offiono, in the course of his service in less than 3 years, this is just 2 years and some months, he has sponsored single-handedly 3 bills. The creation of Ogoja State has passed through third reading, and now subsequently, if by the grace of God, next tenure, if by the grace of God he has assumed office again, that the bill will be ready to forward to the Senate for further legislative actions. He has also sponsored an act for the establishment of School of Mines and Geological Studies in Yala local government in Cross River State. He has also sponsored a bill for the establishment of commercial agricultural credits in Yala local government. He has moved several motions, which include.
Thank you, comrade. I think you have made your point, and we can see that comrade Godwin is actually has some bills in the house. So that lays to rest the idea of solar panel allegation that Mr. Eba raised. Mr. Eba, back to you. Earlier, while you were speaking, you talked about you said people are hungry, that we should not be looking at solar panels. So I want to ask you directly: are you saying that when Honorable Stella emerges the House of Rep member, she is going to be focused on palliative government, that is ensuring that people are eating in their houses? So can you expatiate on what you mean by people are hungry? And while also like that, can you also tell us the major grievances against the House of Rep member Godwin Offiono?
Yeah. Before, let me not keep you too waiting. Before it will escape my memory, I will remind my brother Odey that humanity is a broad-based definition of human wants, the necessities of life, and other things. That is one thing I want to remind you of. What is called humanity. Humanity is not all about palliative. Caring, of course, is include. It's an all-inclusive. In fact, it's a broad-based meaning of human want in definition. A broad-based meaning of human want. The women affair, what they should do, transforming Cross River women or Yala women? No. Women affair and social development is social welfareism for children, women and children, houses, broken homes, and all of it. In short. So it's not to go individually house to house and go and improve the life of women. I think you get that. Thirdly, let's move further and faster. I told you earlier, and I repeat it again, that the mode of representation and the models of administration of Barrister Godwin Offiono is 75% not well with the people. You can go and do a field survey. Moving emotion, well, I don't know. I saw him. He was part of the Goja State movement creation in the National Assembly. Yes, Kujaribe, of course, is among them too. At this point in time, if we are to move in error, because I told you, forward, we will not continue to grow in error the way I am. Please, comrade, if you see your friend tomorrow is missing step in administration or representation of the Ogoja Yala Federal constituency, you be blunt. Tell him the truth. Tell him the truth.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Eva. I have one question for Comrade Mike before I hand over to my co-host for his own questions, if any. I'd like to ask, Comrade Mike, House of Representative is about the people, representing the people. In the past two
Yes.
and a half years or close to 3 years that Godwin Offiono has been in office, how many times have he held a town hall meeting to understand the grievances of the people and how to address them, knowing that he's not just there for himself, but to represent the general people. So if he doesn't have town hall meetings, how does he
Yes.
know what the people really want and the medium with which he addresses them?
You know, please,
Mm.
no, my
Very
uncle,
good.
my very dear uncle, has been talking about qualification or certification. Me, I'm not a
Sir?
party to qualification. I'm not a party to qualification because we have some of the most schooled people in Nigeria and they are doing very badly in their different political offices. So I don't like to talk about qualification or certification. Yes, I will comfortably tell you that Barrister Godwin Offiono or Honorable Godwin Offiono is a trained barrister. He's a legislative material. A trained barrister, a legislative material. That is his job. That is what he was trained to do. He legislates. That aside, when they talk about engagement, community engagement or whatever, just that I've established already that this is a conspiracy from those people that feel that they are entitled, they are so much entitled to what the mandate of Ogodayala federal constituency that Honorable Godwin Offiono holds. So they can bug him anytime and say we need 1 million, we need 5, and so he should be able to give them with ease, without remorse, without minding that he has the mandate of over 2 million persons, not just 1 or 2 persons, or not group of persons. For the record, sir, Honorable Godwin Offiono was the first political elected person that went for a thank you tour in the whole of Cross River State. After 2023 general elections, it took less than 5 months to go for a thank you tour. In less than 1 year, in the history of Cross River State politics, Honorable Godwin Offiono was the first to have embarked on empowerment in less than 1 year in office. In less than 1 year, the record is there. My uncle attest to that. He share a lot of things. He share money, give money to people that need to do business. He give bikes to people that want to help themselves and engage in such ventures. He give keke to people that want to engage in such ventures, and he empower a lot of us in less than a year. Honorable Godwin Offiono had on several occasions, or like twice in a year, engaged in stakeholders, engaged with stakeholders. He has engaged with the people. Recently, he engaged even with stakeholders while some persons were defecting to other political parties. Haphazardly, say no, that he wants to do consultation. And he engaged stakeholders before he moved. Honorable Governor Offiono says after he assumed office, he has held town hall meeting like 5 times. My uncle can attest to that. So whatever that is coming up, you can hear what my uncle is saying. Honorable Godwin Offiono is using what is meant for the people, for our next generation, to build schools, to build ICC centers. See, how many months ago I was engaged in a cyber security training, 6-week cyber security training. And I testified there in the course of my training that all this while, whenever they are doing program on tech, I see Yoruba guys coming to channels, arise to engage the people. But now I'm happy that we also have cross-Riverians that are IT experts, cyber security experts, data analysis experts that are also in this field, that are also in that field. And I feel happy. And that's the future that Honorable Godwin Offiono intends to build, and that's the future he's building for the next generation. That is why they are not happy. Our people want the politics of monetization, a system where you go and collect constituency allowance and share 500,000 naira to some group of person, and when the time comes, they will say no. You are doing very well, and they appraise you, carry on, because you are giving them money. That is not the system we want currently. If we continue in that system, Nigeria will crash beyond what it is now. If you continue towing that line, Nigeria will be worse than what it is in the next 10 years. Honorable Godwin Offiono is trying to build a future for the next generation. He's trying to build a future for everyone. We can hear how people are not sleeping in other countries, in other parts of the country. Honorable Godwin Offiono is building a police station, a very sophisticated, where they can stay comfortably and do their job, but people are criticizing it. Meanwhile, there are other parts in that Yala local government and Ogoja that don't have a police station, and they are still complaining. Like Yache does not have a police post, and our people are complaining. The people that have, the place that has, and they are not well equipped. He's trying to empower them. They are still complaining. What do our people want? Bring the money home so that we take it. And it's not supposed to be like that. If you support all those things, trust me, our future is crashing. The future of our children is crashing. Thank you so very much.
All right. Thank you so much, comrades. Quite a long one there, and you've spoken so passionately.
Before it will escape my mind. Comrade Odey, we are brothers. We are from the same local government, the same. We speak the same language. The Ogoja Yala representative is our brother. We are Yala people are not desperate. Don't make it look like we are only after money. No. Like I said from the beginning, check the profile of Dr. Stella Maris Odey. She has a very rich profile. She's a very perfect and is coming to perfect the administration, coming to right the wrongs of administration. I say we cannot continue to grow in.
Excuse me, sir. If I may come in there, since you are talking about Honorable Stella Odey, I want to ask you.
Unfortunately, sir, my uncle is not saying anything. He's talking about rich profile. Mention what he has done. I was in Calabar. You were in Calabar when Stella was in power as commissioner for 2 terms.
Yeah, hold on. So
I should roll it out.
Mr. Eba. So when you look at Ogoja Yala, they have challenges of agricultural logistics and communal disputes. What is Honorable Stella's plan on how to address these issues?
We have a very rich program already. We have a very rich manifesto at hand. On the 27th, like I told you, yes, when we address the stakeholders of Ogoja and Yala local government, we read the manifesto. There are programs in the pocket, especially like the agricultural activities you are saying. First, of the youth, women and children are part of food international United Nations food security measure. That is facilities for them. Support them with fertilizers and chemicals to carry out farming activities, to have their produce. And then we are going to open make it hard to open a market to have their produce, to have value. We'll give them money, support them money, go and produce and bring to the market. Government will buy and give you back the money to your interest. That is our first plan. And secondly, we have a very broad-based skill acquisition plan for the less privileged and all. We are going to organize a talent hunt, either in business or wherever. We are going to have a home for the orphanage. It has never happened. Watch out. I said life is not all about infrastructure, this or that. Experience matter in every governance. Experience matter. If you don't want to take it, no problem. Tomorrow you will believe me and key to what I am saying.
You have spoken about experience quite a number of times in this meeting.
Yes.
I would like to ask you, what experiences has Honorable Stella acquired to qualify her for this office?
Human management first, material management second. Is an expert in conflict resolution. She's a mother, a housewife, a teacher. So you cannot get this without managerial capacity. I named them. I don't want to go into that. Let it be that if you are contesting between the measures of the two, the barrister and the sister. No, I'm only after going there, perfect what we are lacking, get well, and return back well to the people.
All right, thank you so much. Comrade Mike, quickly in 30 seconds, what policies of Honorable Godwin Offiono do you think should be encouraged, and what policies do you think should be jettisoned?
Thank you so much. You know, human capital development is also very key. And Honorable Godwin Offiono has been into it. He has empowered a lot of persons to start up their business. I told you that he did empowerment in less than 1 year in office. And in each of those empowerment, for over how many times now, he empower people to do business. He empower people to farm, give them money to farm. We are going to be, Honorable Godwin Offiono is going to be building on those legacies that he has already started. And as I've maintained earlier, our people complain. In fact, across the nation, people complain most times that they don't have room to do this, they don't have classroom. See, in my own community, we're not having classroom block in my primary school for a very long time. And where somebody is building classroom block for students, for our people to learn, is becoming a problem. No, one thing that you guys should understand, need to understand is that we are not going to allow people to derail leadership, to turn leadership to whatever they feel they should. They are going to bring leadership close to the people based on the best of the principles of leadership that we know. We are all schooled. We are all schooled. See, my uncle was talking about administration and this or that, about his choice of candidate. I don't want to talk about it. I'm trying to hold myself so that I will not talk about it, because I was in Calabar when Honorable Tim and when Honorable Stella was commissioner for 2 terms. One of the time, we wrote when my friend was stranded in Unica, my very good friend, we wrote to our office to seek her help so that my friend could complete his school fee in Unica. She did moment as I'm talking to you. The secretary collected the original copy of that letter, acknowledged it, and gave us back the acknowledgement copy. She did moment we didn't hear from her. The court made several attempts. On several occasions, I tried to reach out to Honorable Stella pertaining our people while he was local government, commissioner for local government. She didn't respond to my calls. If she pick up the call and she knows you are this, she dropped the call. So what are they talking about?
We can keep talking and talking and talking about these subjects, and we will not stop. But then we are on air, and then we have limited time to have this show. So we just have to wrap it up as soon as we can. Before I hand over to the hosts, this opportunity is for you to appeal to the electorate now. And the electorate here, they don't understand English. They understand the local dialects. So I want you to appeal to them. Each of you, you have 30 seconds to do so, demanding their votes and their support, why they should support your candidates and not the other person's candidate. Thank you so much.
Yala wa loloko ge kulebo. Ye bikpe ge cheli fuli jata go ge cheli bumbe. Eche la yore meme. Ochomoche wa chekpo lore me. Ochomoche wa kelai women affirmation, which has already been choosing whether language or English, whatever. Anyway, Mr. Kingsley, on my own part, it's a done deal. It's a done deal, I'm telling you. By Saturday afternoon, If you get across to me, I'll give you the result. Saturday in the morning, not even afternoon, I'll give you the result. So I thank you so much. I appreciate this your program so much.
Okay, thank you so much. Before I speak to my people in our language, let me ask my uncle. He will answer that question later. A replacement order from who? The order from who? Please let him answer.
The people, the electorate, the party people, the electorate.
You are not speaking to our
the
people.
Electorate.
You are speaking
The
to
party.
something else. So you need to explain
The
the replacement
party.
order. And that, of course, that is the problem. That is the problem. But let me talk. It's my turn now. Let me talk. Liala. Liala Tumo de Lolo Koge Kulego. Liala Orabao. La mana lo akama. Ela nge dialogue yobumane. Ala joku. Elo daboba la na lo hoke election maba le vote ma. Ake ememe. Ege hwa ke gama. Ega na lokore. Ega na ojoma ya. Ega wa ma lo woleni. Ọchọcha ha wa joy Odey Offiono na lo figo fioma. Si n'oge belama wabo wa ole wa mala wabo gunu ipudala wabo dokura kene abo business oge kuegra eni ogla ataini noko na lo na akoko kama ala che no choche ge sagita la lupotu sagita la loko ele ka ehe ayangeneni ye la koto na ya tikroma amala irele ku ya yoyo Odey Offiono ni le ki barisa go fioma ebe n'oge yela no ya ayama gi yobo o ya echeri abo nunu o pa ona lo kan gba mo ko lo abo kwa teni o le nunu ogoja state ma ali ochichi ni ko anugbra originator ibi lo lane Honorable Godwin Offiono is the originator of the bill for the creation of Ogoja state. The originator of the creation of Ogoja state, that bill is the originator of it. So please ala cherry na lage babodo ala rele ku hinu ete no ge yelo ne yobu dalako. Thank you.
Thank you so much, gentlemen. What an interesting interview. I've been your co-host on the program. My name is Peter Oshe. I want to thank you, all our viewers, for your time, for always tuning in. That's all we can take for today. We want to encourage you to always stay tuned and look forward to our interviews. Mr. Nobu.
Yes. Like we had mentioned earlier, we said that it's going to be a case of two elephants fighting and the grass bearing the brunt. And as we can see here, we can already testify that the two elephants has fought, the grass is already in trouble, and the onus is now on you, the electors, to decide who will emerge eventually. However, we wish each of the candidates and aspirants a successful political run. Whoever emerges, the idea is to have a good representation and that there is a voice that is speaking in favor of Yala and Mogoja constituency at the federal level. So thank you once again, Mr. Eba, for honoring our invitation to be here. And thank you, Comrade Mike Odey, for being an exceptional guest. We appreciate the insights you've shared with us today, and we hope that the people also has listened and also heard you, and they would also be prepared to take the necessary actions where necessary. And it's been a wrap from us from your Bush TV. Stay tuned for further other interesting conversations that we'll always bring to your steps. You never can tell. Your local government might be what we'll be discussing the next time. So you want to stay subscribed, follow us and like and leave a comment where necessary, and it will go a long way to speak to the people that we need to speak to, and also continuously communicate the wishes of the people every other day. It's been a wrap from us, myself and my host. Bye-bye. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure. And I look forward to another